he came for healing,
Hmm?
he had a lot of stored emotion, anger and resentment in his shoulder. And then the whole time he was getting healing, he says, oh, my thoughts were just going back and further and further in my childhood. What kind of oil should I use when that happens, for when they're inhaling?
Because they're going back to, were they traumatic things or just?
Yeah, it's just like a movie playing in front of in their head, during the healing. It's probably, I'm not sure what's happening, but it's probably getting released.
I would use a couple of oils there. I would use either a Lemmy or I would use Cape Snowbush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Or
just to
Cape.
inhale, right?
Yeah,
Let me.
like he could put a few drops on if he wants to, but he could just get away with inhaling. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Greg.
You're so
See
welcome.
you
The,
soon.
the thing that happens like when you're having those memories, we're actually going to be talking about that this weekend, ironically.
Oh, perfect.
And yeah, and we're going to do a very involved thing, but like kind of an easy, quick thing is going to be taught in the class as well. But part of like sometimes when people have like anxiety or anger or something, like you could say there's like a disconnect between the body and the mind, and there's like a lack of awareness in that area. Not that they're like avoiding it, but it's just like their like consciousness can't like penetrate that, whatever it is, fill in the blank. And so the thing with a Lemmy and the thing with Cape Snowbush is it helps like reestablish like that connection so that it's like easier to be processed. And it's not the complete remedy, but for the general public, sometimes that's all that they need. For somebody who has been doing meditation or healing or a lot of prayer work, like their level of awareness is greater, they're more sensitive, and so sometimes it needs like stronger versions of that. But the Alemi and the Cape Snowbush, well, the other one that you could throw in there is cypress. Like not cypress wood, not Nootka, just like good old fashioned plain cypress. And those are the three go-to things that kind of do that. Um, yeah, it's like it just helps to connect in that particular area so that like any time that it's disconnected, think of it like this, is it starts to lack light. And when that starts to happen, it starts to cause like repetition and eventually repetition compulsion, which it's not a conscious choice. But what happens is at first it's just a thing that's repeating in the body, it's repeating in their mind. Then repetitive compulsion is, then it starts to repeat like in the environment or in behaviors and things like that. And so you want to diminish the tendency for repetition compulsion, like somebody screwed me over or da 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 da. And if you have repetitive compulsion, then it's like, so I'm going to go out and recreate situations where people can screw me over, like that's literally the definition of repetition compulsion. And so people don't do that consciously. It is an automatic behavior, but it's automatic behaviors are there because they're drives of the body, but they lack light. Like, because if you had light in it, you would be like more aware, more present, you would be more cognitive. And so your body has these mechanisms that help you survive in crisis situations. But what happens is they get triggered in non-crisis oriented situations, like it is a crisis. But when you have automatic behavior or automatic thinking, you're not getting to process information, you're just reacting. And so it takes the reaction out, because if you look at like what is anger, what is anxiety, it is a reaction without a process. Does that make sense?
Yes, it,
And we're going to be talking about all that stuff this weekend.
oh, perfect. Wonderful. Thank you so much,
You're
Greg.
so welcome.